ever wanted to teach history to a class, I'd say these roots run deep. These roots will invade the minds of the misfortunate ones who have forgotten that their origins are as brown as the land they claim as home. They will dig deep into identities once whole, where half-formed thoughts roam freely, as if see-through boxes placed in open spaces is more than just enough space to grow whole. These roots run deep. But they are not hollowed out like the minds of what used to be free-thinking children. These roots are pulsing, with a story untold and a people whose stolen voice boxes contain their answers, keys, and secrets as gold as the bricks they stole, then claimed as their own. Or the walls, tablets, and pottery they mistranslated, then claimed as their own. Or the art, math, astrology, cosmology, oceanology, theology, and every other ology in existence they stole and claimed as their own. See, some have tried to explain these roots by claiming that they're hidden in attempts to lock up the eternal fruits of our labor, but they have found that these roots have double helixed our destinies and bound them to a mother whom we claim to never claim. These roots are the sacred milk of my mother, as it is drained from her breast and sold to the highest bidder. So as her children starve, their children go fat from fast food and oil. Sugarcane and blood fashioned into diamonds. They say candy never been so sweet and blood never glistened so bright, bright enough to blind its wearer, long enough to silence the screams, or hide the story behind the gleam. As we import then extort from impel to retail these concrete windows with a blood-stained past, we say we don't remember. So singe the truth on the tongues of the ones who claim innocence in their ignorance and blissfulness in their greed, and let the pain of the nameless maim the shameless. With the blameless, let them bleed thoughts like guilt on every Thanksgiving floor, every oil-driven war, every concrete jungle, and every childhood bungled, every city shop or uninvestigated pop, every mind state that states achievements mediocre, and every state that builds jails to make us pawns to brokers for all the thieves and jokers, every star-like dream crushed by slugs and ropes as we use crack to cope, drug replacing hopes. I want these roots and these words to be the death of you. For these people shall never know the sovereignty of their voices or the righteousness of their smiles. They will never know that these roots cannot be found under uncapped bottles, rolled between pieces of paper and toxic remedies made up of embalmer fluid, roach spray, and rat poison, because lungs will never contain their complexities long enough to comprehend their forever, after, and before. And when exhaled like smoke, these roots become nothing more than clouded thoughts with an appealing odor. This freedom. These roots must be heard. They must be walked on the backs of words across the desolate deserts of those who have forgotten how to dream, following raisins in their sons. They will be dressed in metaphors with satchels that contain free thoughts in seeded form. These planters are but students of the masters who have resided silent within your innermost self since the ancient sands of time blew across desert kingdoms where Sungai was a household name and Timbuktu was the center, and the entire world was Afrocentric. These people have been beaten, hosed, and killed. And once dead, they were taught that death was a rite of passage, that poverty was awaiting opportunities knocking, and that a loss of words was a gain of self. It is in your true nature, they said. This is how it is supposed to be, they said, as they wish for their limitations to impose their wills like storms, in attempts to dig up deep-seated passion, not knowing that these roots are resilient, and they will not uproot any more than they will stop growing and consuming the parts of these people once thought to be dead. These roots are everything we say we have forgotten. I am these roots. You are these roots. And these roots run deep.